Hello, hello. How is everyone? I'm going to give it a couple minutes here. I didn't set a time for today. I wasn't sure exactly what time I was going to be able to do this live. So I will just wait a few minutes. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. Hello. Just going to give it a couple minutes. But while we wait, I will just say that the censorship is really bad now. I have to really watch what I say. So if you can please follow our YouTube, it's Holistic Living Practice, 3 separate words. And our Telegram, Holistic Living Practice, 1 word. All with our logo so you can know that it's us. And also if you want to go to the website, and if you scroll down to the bottom and stay in touch and just enter your name and email, that way you can be on the newsletter list, and then we send out a newsletter every Friday. So I did want to mention that while we wait for anyone. I will get started though, and I'll post it so people can see it after. Today's energy is very, very high. So the ascension is certainly happening for those that are awakened. Hello. It's big time today. So I know a lot of people are feeling it. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water and getting extra rest today. Take it easy if you can. Go easy on yourself. Don't push it because our bodies are taking in so much right now. So I'll just go ahead and start, and then that way I can just post it after, and anyone who wasn't able to jump on can still see it. So I just wanted to talk about a couple things that I'm picking up on for this week, and just kind of in general. So there's a lot of hostile energies right now. So between, and I've said this before, but it's even more so now, between the awakened souls and unawakened souls. So those who are awakened are actually feeling very calm right now. They're feeling some of the ascension symptoms, but they're very, very calm. Those who are not awakened are the ones they're really in anger. They're really expressing a lot of anger right now, especially towards those souls that are awakened. So I want to tell you why and explain that a little bit. So here's why. Those who are awake are being tested. So they're being tested as they exit the matrix. So I wanted to make that a point. And again, I'm going to say this again, to stay grounded and centered, because that's what's going to keep you like this through what's going on, through the ascension, through the craziness, and the rockiness of this time. So it is very important to not allow the unawakened souls to kind of drag your vibration down, because that is very easy to let that happen. I have said that before, but it's even more so now than ever. Those who are not awake are planted so deep in the 3D. It's like they're just taking shovels and jumping in and burying themselves. They don't want to wake up. They're fighting waking up. They're fighting their own personal ascension, and I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to understand that for some people, especially if you are awake. You think, well, how can you want to do that? Why don't you want to know? Why don't you want to see and step into that journey? But they just can't. So what's going to happen with that is they're going to end up having like a big time kind of shocked awakening. Now, the dark's plans are failing all across the board. You see it with, what we've been dealing with for the past 1.5 years. You see it with that whole subject. It's not making sense. It's kind of all over the place. I've said this before. You're going to see different manufactured, like a manufactured crisis one after the next. So it's going to be anywhere from a financial crisis to supplies, like I've said before, to alien invasions. And it's all going to be planned, and none of it is really real. You are going to see a real reaction, especially when it comes to the supplies, but there won't actually be a shortage. And I know that that's kind of, I don't want to get too far into that, but I just don't want people to panic and think that, oh my gosh, the world doesn't have this and this. That's not true. So I just want people to know that. I wanted to bring that up as a reminder. Now, part of the dark's plans dying and part of them dying off. Now, the dark it's the darkened energy outside of Earth that's influencing certain, that we talked about in my last video about certain families and certain companies that are kind of all working together with the dark's plan. Now, part of them all as a collective kind of dying off is they're literally, like I said before, throwing anything out there that they can. They're going to go out fighting. They're going to go out swinging, and that's what we're seeing. That's what we're experiencing. So expect a rocky summer. But I do want to make it a point that we are being protected by outside forces. So they are outside forces outside of Earth are very much real, but it's just not going to be what they're going to show you. We all come from the same source. We all come from these same, different systems, but it's all, in spirit. We're all kind of within different either star systems or, worlds outside of here. So there are some beings from those places that are coming here, and they have been here kind of surrounding us to kind of make sure that the dark kind of leaves the way it's supposed to, right? So I know that's kind of tricky, and I can do a whole other video on that, but I just wanted to say that we have, just like the dark has other forces, the light also has forces. So I want people to know it's not solely dependent on us here, but we are what is going to make it happen faster. So we need a little more awake globally. They kept saying to me it would be anywhere between 65 and 75% that we would need before we're going to hit that point, and before we're going to see those outside beings, those outside forces physically on our, within our Earth. So that is going to be a whole other video in itself, and that is not quite where we're at right now, but I do want to make that a point now and remember that I said it, because it is coming. And I said this before, expect a bumpy summer. You're going to be kind of all, depending on where everyone is, they're going to be kind of all over the place. So being grounded and being centered is really going to get you through it. Like I said, do not let your vibration fall, because I sense that some awakened ones, they can't take it anymore. They're frustrated and irritated. And, when the sleepers are, getting to them, their vibration is slowly falling. Just never mind them. Never mind any of that. Keep yourself up here. And if you feel yourself slipping, take a few minutes of me time, meditate, or just be in the silence for a minute and, do the breathing and recenter yourself. I had to put bullet points down because I didn't want to forget anything. There's a lot of information that I'm going to be saying going forward. So I just wanted to make that a point for people to try, if they can, to avoid the 3D people, the ones that are truly buried, the ones who, no matter what they're told, no matter what, you could say this, show them this proof, show them this, and they just don't want to see it. They're not going to hear it. And there's just so much back and forth right now with everything with that. They're just unstable. And so what's going to happen is they're going to have a very shocked awakening. It's not going to be pretty, and it's going to leave some of them a little bit delusional. It's going to leave some of them a little bit out of they're not going to be able to function here, because they're not, what's coming in now and what they're trying to avoid. I mean, that's where we're going to be here in that higher energy and that new earth, and where they've embedded themselves is not where we are. So you can't be within that frequency in this new earth. It's not going to work. So you're either going to be shocked awake or they're going to choose to exit. And I want to say that again because it will come, but you do have to know that it's going to be it's on their soul. You know, it's their soul's choice. It's on them, so to speak. So I don't want people to think, well, I don't, well, I mean, what's going to happen to them? Because some people get, who are not quite in the 5D, they're more like within the 4D space. They're not, they're kind of letting themselves stress out about that. So I don't want that to happen. Great information. Thank you. I'm trying really hard to try to piece things together for people from a different point of view and also help guide you through this. So a lot of people are going to be, they're going to be in a weird place because those who are awake, who maybe are surrounded by those who aren't awake, they're going to see the disconnect with them once they're shocked awake. So that's when they're going to need us. So I just want to make that a point. It's going to be very important. They are going to need some help. The ones who choose to stay, but who are a little disoriented, that is coming in the future. We have to get through this rocky path, you know, the rest of this rocky road first, but we're almost there and we're going to get through it just fine. I just wanted to send out those messages today. I also wanted to say that I'll be on Saturday afternoon, probably early afternoon, maybe 1 o'clock again or 2 o'clock. And I will be doing a live weekend reading, and I will also be doing mini readings for people, mini individual readings if you choose. So try to look out for that live. It'll be Saturday around like 1 o'clock or so. I just want everyone to hang in there. Try really hard to find your peace. Do not let what others around you are feeling, the ones who are just, they're just not in their awakening journey yet. Don't let them drag you down. Let them be where they are and stay in your space where you're at. It's going to be very important for them to have us once they are shocked awake. And it's not going to be a good awakening for those who are fighting it and not wanting to do it kind of gradually, a little bit at a time. It's going to be like they were hit with a brick. So I want people, I mean, I know that's kind of a little harsh of an analogy, but that's what they show me. So be prepared for that. I hope everyone is having a good week. Try not to fall into the hostilities that I'm seeing. You know, try to just keep yourself planted and centered, and we will all get through this. Just try to make sure you know, follow my videos. Make sure you're following, like I said in the beginning, make sure you're following the YouTube, make sure you're following Telegram, and sign up for the newsletter, because they really do try not to let some of this get out there. So I want to make sure I am getting it out there no matter what. So those are ways you can reach me. And I do private readings, and we have coaching. So you can take a look at that on the website, which is Holistic Living Practice. So as always, I am sending everyone so much love and light, and I will see you on Saturday.